So, church. Church is a pastime slash religious service held by many people in the world. Many people also have different opinions about church. Some people love it, and some people hate it. And some people might like different aspects about the church, but other people might not like different aspects of the church. Hosier, the author of or writer of Take Me to Church, is an example of somebody who is actively against the church. Hosier was an artist that was born in Ireland, and he was raised in a Quaker household, but he was also around the Catholic Church, like, for the majority of his childhood. Hosier is a person that holds LGBTQ rights in a high regard and does not appreciate how the church sees LGBTQ as less than human, essentially. And he portrays that message in the song, but how does he do it? Let's find out. So, the song Take Me to Church I personally divide it into two divisions. The first verse and the second and third verses. The first verse can be seen as somewhat like a comparison of both the church and his metaphorical lover, if you will. My lover's got humor, she's the giggle at the funeral, and the first few lines of the song are essentially him describing his metaphorical lover. And then in the middle of the verse, he goes into detail about the church and how it's essentially like a poison. And this is when it's how he describes it as a poison. Yeah, doesn't like it. And then the main chorus is obviously an attack on the church when he says, "Take me to church, I'll worship like a dog in the shrine of your lies." He sees it as, obviously a place where lies are told and, bad things happen in there. And then the second and third verses are essentially like a sort of celebration of the act of love and, to an extension, love making. And it is described as no masters or kings when the ritual begins in the third verse is essentially him saying like the church isn't involved in any sort of thing when we get down to love, essentially. That's something that should be our business. It's not like any sort of thing the church should be involved in. Essentially, the whole message of the song is the church should keep in its own business and to stay out of the affairs and love of other people.